I'm the president of Save On Foods, but I never lost sight of one thing. Great people are the key to great service, and great service adds value to everything we do. Save On Foods. Talk about service.
Fraser Surrey Docks is the largest modern multi-purpose marine terminal on the West Coast. Located on the Fraser River, the company has been serving the needs of container, break bulk, project cargo, forest products and bulk customers from around the world for more than 50 years. A proud sponsor of community events and sports, Fraser Surrey Docks is committed to operating safely, efficiently and responsibly. To find out more or to look for career opportunities at Fraser Surrey Docks, visit www.fsd.bc.ca.
Gandhi and Lennox, quality names you've trusted for over 50 years. We can handle all your heating and cooling needs in the valley. Beat the summer heat. Call us today for cooling estimate, 534-5555.
Imagine how you would feel if you got an athletic scholarship. Let Triple Play Athletics help you achieve that dream of playing at the college university level. Make no mistake about it, you must have a plan to prepare and promote yourself as a student athlete. Bill Green has helped hundreds of male and female athletes in all sports obtain athletic and academic scholarships. His services are affordable and effective. Get the scholarship you deserve. Don't wait another minute. Call Triple Play Athletics today to arrange your scholarship workshop.
Hi, my name is Daryl. I grew up in a town famous for its hockey players. I wasn't one of them. My first job was as a bag boy. 37 years later, I'm the president of Save On Foods, but I never lost sight of one thing. Great people are the key to great service, and great service adds value to everything we do. Save On Foods. Talk about service.
Fraser Surrey Docks is the largest modern multi-purpose marine terminal on the West Coast. Located on the Fraser River, the company has been serving the needs of container, break bulk, project cargo, forest products and bulk customers from around the world for more than 50 years. A proud sponsor of community events and sports, Fraser Surrey Docks is committed to operating safely, efficiently and responsibly. To find out more or to look for career opportunities at Fraser Surrey Docks, visit www.fsd.bc.ca.
Gandhi and Lennox, quality names you've trusted for over 50 years. We can handle all your heating and cooling needs in the valley. Beat the summer heat. Call us today for cooling estimate, 534-5555.
Imagine how you would feel if you got an athletic scholarship. Let Triple Play Athletics help you achieve that dream of playing at the college university level. Make no mistake about it, you must have a plan to prepare and promote yourself as a student athlete. Bill Green has helped hundreds of male and female athletes in all sports obtain athletic and academic scholarships. His services are affordable and effective. Get the scholarship you deserve. Don't wait another minute. Call Triple Play Athletics today to arrange your scholarship workshop.
I grew up in a town famous for its hockey players. I wasn't one of them. My first job was as a bag boy. 37 years later, I'm the president of Save On Foods. But I never lost sight of one thing. Great people are the key to great service. And great service adds value to everything we do. Save On Foods. Talk about service.
Fraser Surrey Docks is the largest modern multi-purpose marine terminal on the West Coast. Located on the Fraser River, the company
Holtzman. Hitting 8th at first base, 4, Trevor Wiersma. And hitting 9th in left field, 27, Saria Viswanathan. And warming up in the bullpen, the starting pitcher, 15, Brad Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, the North Shore Twins, 2014 version. Give them a hand. For the Langley Blaze, finished first in the round robin, first in the regular season. Coaching staff, Brooklyn Foster, T.J. Cade, Brent Parsons, John Mahick, Kevin Lum, and Nora Lundgren. And the head coach of the Blaze, Jamie Bodley. Non-starters, number 7, Jordan Atkinson. Number 12, Christian Story. Number 20, Tony Ferrand. Number 21, Brendan Hallstrom. Number 27, Dayton Wilson. Number 32, Kyle Ross. Number 33, Austin McDonald. Number 36, Ryan Braun. 38, Shane Clark. 41, Mason Verge. 45, Cooper Missick. 53, Mordecai Richler. And the starting lineup for the Langley Blaze, leading off the shortstop 9, Kyle McComb. Hitting second, the designated hitter, 62, Luke Horansky. Hitting third at third base, 11, Mitchell Robinson. Hitting cleanup, playing first base, 55, Dakota Curry. Hitting fifth at second base, 17, Liam Wyatt. Hitting sixth in right field, 44, Andre Pelchier. Hitting seventh, center fielder, 16, Connor Torpeda. Hitting eighth, catching, 15, Hayden Jaco. Hitting ninth in left field, 24, Justin Lawrence. And the starting pitcher, 47, Jonathan Kelty. Ladies and gentlemen, the Langley Blaze. Gentlemen, let's play some baseball. Here we go. Coach, it's his home plate. Let's go. Play some baseball. I got umpires down here. I don't know where they're hiding. Mr. Richard Christie is doing the plate for the umpiring crew. No national anthem. Mr. Don Violette is at first base, and Mr. Sean Weatherfield is at third base. I will not sing, so you can just go back to your dugouts and be quiet.
It's a beautiful day here at the Wally Ballpark in Surrey, BC. Bringing you the broadcast here of the final game in the Premier Baseball League Final 5 Championship. This is for BC Provincial Crown. We've got the North Shore Twins taking on the Langley Blaze in the final game of this tournament. Game number 13. Day 4. This one's for all the marbles. The top-seeded Langley Blaze playing their first game of the day. They had themselves a bye into the championship round. And we've got the Twins playing their third game of the day. Twins have been very impressive so far, Ted.
They have. They, as you said, this is their third game today, hot field. But they've done it before. They did it in Abbotsford a few years ago where they came back and played the 3 games in the final. They did just great. They won the championship. Won it actually 3 years in a row, so they're capable of doing it. It should be a really good game. These are 2 teams that play ball for the right reasons.
Defensively for the Langley Blaze.
They're certainly capable. They're both talented. They both got arms. We got a great officiating crew here. This should be I'm hoping this is a good ball game.
Richard Christie behind the plate. Dan Violette on first base. Sean Weatherall
at third.
At third base.
Yeah.
So, before I forget, I'd like to welcome you, Ted.
Oh,
President.
thank you very much.
PBL. Been a pleasure having you join us here on the broadcast booth. It's always nice to have someone with your level of expertise.
Well, I almost didn't make it here because the Vancouver Cannons parents don't like me too much right now, so they almost got me in the parking lot, but I was able to get here. So, no, this is I'm looking forward to a great game here. I'd like to see a real close 3-2, 5-4, something like that game. I hate blowouts in the finals. Typically, the finals have been pretty good games. Both teams being very competitive, doing anything they can to win the game. So, and these two teams are certainly two great teams, two great organizations. North Shore Twins have been around since day one, coached by only 3 different coaches in their whole history. The late Buff Schimmer, who's no longer with us. Dave Empey took over for a number of years, and then John Haar, who's been the coach since then. Langley Blaze are one of the newer teams in the league. They joined us around the year 2000, if I remember correctly. Again, my memory is fading, but they've been coached by Doug Matheson, the general manager. Jamie Bodley's been their head coach for a couple of years now, and Jamie came up through the league, played college ball with Kwantlen College here, and again, he's becoming one of the good coaches in the league. And we're off and running here with a ball.
That's Jonathan Kelty on the mound for the Langley Blaze. And the leadoff hitter for the North Shore Twins, Taylor Wright.
Both these pitchers have pitched this tournament. Kelty didn't have that great an outing a couple days ago. I believe we've got Brad Smith coming out for the North Shore. He threw just a gem of a game earlier in the tournament. He closed out the last third of the previous game, and they're bringing him back to start this game. So these guys both have the ability to make it an interesting game.
As we mentioned, it's been a long day for the Twins.
It has.
Long but successful.
Been a long day for everybody.
Especially the Twins, who are playing their 3rd game of the day.
Yep.
And they they won a thriller against the Wally Chiefs.
They did.
Earlier today. And then they won a big game against the Vancouver Cannons.
2-2. Yeah, the Wally Chiefs put a good scare into the Twins. They ran it up 5-1. Twins were having a bit of a struggle there, but they got themselves going and went ahead to win. Same with the last game. It was a 1-0 game for most of the game, and Twins were able to go ahead 3-1, and Vancouver was threatening at the end, but they just couldn't quite make it happen.
Couple of events that took place. Some calls that the team didn't like.
Well, balks are always tough to call, especially if you're scoring a run. But look, it's a rule. Sorry, there's a fly ball into left field.
You got it, and it's caught for the first out of the game.
It's a rule that has to be called. Any deception or perceived movement by the player that can be deceiving it. That's what the rule's there for, and. The first one was movement. The second one, a drop ball, might be considered not direct movement, but it is a balk. If your foot's on the rubber, you drop the ball, it's a balk. And, that scored the second run, I believe, for the Twins and put them ahead 2-1.
Absolutely. So.
But again, we talked about composure earlier in one of the previous games. And the pitcher has to have composure. He knows what his job is up there.
That's just it, especially for these young athletes here. I feel like that's one of the biggest things they can take away from this game. And, of course, at the end of the day, it comes down to the players growing.
Yep.
It comes down to the players' growth, the players' experience. Looking to take that next step, most of these players are. And here's a pitch from Kelty.
Yeah, some of the coaches, I was actually talking to one of the coaches downstairs, and he said, this is why I teach my kid. This is a good example with Kelty. He doesn't play around with the ball in his hand. He's got the ball in his glove until he comes set. And the reason for that is if you've got the ball in your hand and you're standing on the rubber and you're twirling it in your hand, there's a chance you might drop it. Mm-hmm. So don't go that route. Put the ball in your glove and just stand there. Mm-hmm. So, but again, different coaches, different players do different things, whatever they think they feel comfortable with.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Emerson Dome at the plate here after Taylor Wright hit a pop fly for Justin Lawrence to get underneath. Justin Lawrence got the first out of the game for us earlier. 1-2 the count for Emerson Dome. There's another one launched off into the netting. Foul ball. So a pretty decent at bat for Emerson Dome.
Yep. Both these pitchers are pretty good pitchers if they're on, and like we said, we saw Brad Smith at a previous game throw a gem. Kelty can throw a gem too if he wants to, so we might not see a lot of hitting. We might not see a lot of scoring in this game.
There's a hit over to first base. Easy out.
Yep.
Making quick work of that is 55 Dakota Curry. Now, if you guys remember, Curry for the Langley Blaze last night hit a walk-off home run against the Mariners. A huge run.
Hit the long bomb in the bottom of the 8th inning.
That was a massive play. Took the Victoria Mariners out of this tournament. The number 2 seeded Victoria Mariners went home. Here's Goyer. Goyer at the plate against Kelty, getting his first look at Jonathan Kelty.
And again, for the fans that haven't been following the tournament, maybe just picked it up. 5 teams in the tournament, round robin. Big stress for the league towards the end of the game was it appeared that we could have a 5-way tie after a round robin, all teams 2-2, which would have meant we would have had 2 tiebreakers rather than 1. It sort of speaks to how competitive the league can be when it comes towards the end of the season. In actual fact, any team can be any team on a given day, and it certainly proved it in the round robin.
Absolutely, as the number 5 seeded hometown Wally Chiefs finished 4th. Cannons finished 3rd. Battle of 1 and 2 here. Winner gets first, loser gets second. Simple as that. 2-2 the count now for Griff Goyer. Griff Goyer's had a solid day thus far.
He has.
Interesting to see how the advantages will play out as Griff Goyer hits one over to second baseman, and now he is at first base. So that'll do it for the first half of the first inning. We'll be back in just a few moments here, bringing you the bottom half of the first inning.
Defensively for the North Shore Twins.
Fraser Surrey Docks is the largest modern multi-purpose marine terminal on the West Coast. Located on the Fraser River, the company has been serving the needs of container, break bulk, project cargo, forest products, and bulk customers from around the world for more than 50 years. A proud sponsor of community events and sports, Fraser Surrey Docks is committed to operating safely, efficiently, and responsibly. To find out more or to look for career opportunities at Fraser Surrey Docks, visit www.fsd.bc.ca.
Good evening, baseball fans, and welcome back to Wally Ballpark here in Surrey, British Columbia. Bottom of the first inning here. Leadoff hitter
Yeah, looking at a bunt maybe. Showing bunt.
That's Kyle McComb.
For the fans that might be interested in the senior men's provincial tournament going on in Trail, BC. Double knockout game being played for first place. Langley Blaze Senior 4, Kamloops Sun Devil 3 in the bottom of 7. So the game's not over, but it's getting close.
So one Langley Blaze team.
Yeah, they're not. They're called the Langley Blaze Senior Team. They're not really that associated with the Langley Blaze PBL team. They use the same name. They use the same logo, but they're not closely coupled.
There's a hit.
There's a base hit.
It'll find the gap, and it'll be a base hit. So McComb does what you want out of your leadoff hitter and gets on base. 62, Luke Horansky stepping up to the plate. Here's Horansky. As we'll see the replay. McComb making it onto first. No problem.
Nice hit right up the middle.
Shows bunt. Pulls it back. Called strike.
Both these coaches are pretty smart coaches. They're going to do anything to try and get an advantage here by showing bunt just to see the movement and pulling it back. I'm sure if it's a tight game as we get on, we'll see all kinds of different attempts to move guys around, the hit and run, bunt.
Brad Smith, who closed out the last game for the Twins against the Cannons, starts this one. Seems fitting. Close out one game, start the next one, especially when you're playing 3 in a day.
Yeah, I don't know how many pitches he threw in that last game. It was only about 4 or 5, so
yeah.
You usually don't tend to do that a lot because you warm your guy up, get his arm hot, get him to throw a few pitches, and then shut him down for 45 minutes. It's not great on your arm. But it is a hot day here, and it's the end of the season. These guys have thrown a lot, so.
I'm sure Brad doesn't mind.
Well, I would imagine that he was asked, and I can't imagine him or any of the starting pitchers here saying, "No, coach, I don't want to throw." So
they all want the ball.
Give me the ball, coach.
1-2 the count for Horansky. Horansky was big in the game against the Mariners. And that was quite a show. Very entertaining baseball. Been presented to us all weekend.
It's been a pretty good tournament. Clyde and I obviously have been around these tournaments this is our 19th year, I believe.
As Horansky strikes out.
And the tournaments are always great ball. Teams are always close.
11, Robinson.
I remember a game that we had over in Parksville for, I guess it wasn't a league final, but it was just shows you sort of a typical game. It was an ugly game, the Twins versus the North Delta Blue Jays.
Ooh.
Passed ball will
advance the runner. Kyle McComb takes second base.
Anyhow, it was one of those games where it wasn't pretty. The score was, I can't remember what the score was at one point in time. I think it was 12-6 for North Delta. And the final score at the end of the game was 17-15 or some outrageous score like that. It was back when we used the aluminum bats, so there was a little more hitting involved, but it was one of those games where the pitchers couldn't throw a pitch by the hitter. The guys were just timing him and just hitting the ball out of the park. So just an update on that score from Trail. It's all tied up at 4-4 in the bottom of 7. So the Sun Devils came back, tied it up, and I don't know if the inning is over yet or not. But
there's a high fly ball. Caught. That'll be the second out.
Going to advance.
A little slip from Goyle. McComb gets to third base. So sac fly from Mitch Robinson. Moves up McComb, puts him in third base. So what have you seen from Brad Smith thus far, early in the game?
He doesn't. I don't think he's quite having the same game as he had at his first outing. It could be because he's a little tired, but he's thrown quite a few games. So let's see how he goes here. If he gets back in his groove or gets into his groove, or whether he continues to maybe struggle a little bit. Could be that the Twins' strategy is to use him for 3 or 4 innings and then bring somebody else in because of his previous game.
Mm-hmm. Wouldn't be too much of a surprise if we saw something like that happen. 1-0 the count for Curry.
2-0.
2-0 now. As we mentioned, Curry with the huge lead up, the walk-off, home run last night. Looking to bring home leadoff hitter Kyle McComb here.
I think either of these teams is capable of hitting home runs. I mean, obviously their hitters are pretty good, especially at the top of the order or towards the middle of the order. So any of these guys can crank it. Certainly Haransky can, or
a lot of pop in some bats
saw
here.
Curry do it yesterday at the end of the game.
There's a strike. So Brad Smith, not looking bad. He's got a bit of a test in front of him here.
Yeah, I don't know how many pitches he threw last time out. It had to be
10 or less, I would say.
Oh, he's got
him.
Right.
Good heads-up play there. Gets the third out.
That's you blow that one, they score a run because the runner from 3 was already home. So routine play, drop third strike, throw him out at 1. But sometimes you don't do that right.
Could have easily gone the other way at the end of first. We'll be back in just a couple of moments, bringing you the top of the second inning.
Gandhi and Lennox, quality names you've trusted for 50 years. We can handle all your heating and cooling needs in the valley. Beat the summer heat. Call us today for cooling estimate, 534-5555.
Welcome back to the top of the second inning here at Wally Ballpark in Surrey, BC. There's a strike for Anthony Casati. Jonathan Kelty up on the mound.
Well, it's pitcher's game so far.
In the early stages, pitchers have looked good.
Tied up.
Casati has looked good as well, though.
Again, for an update for people who might be interested in the BC Senior Men's, tied up at the bottom of 7. So the Sun Devils came back, scored 1 to tie at 4-4. They're in the 8th inning.
So that one going to extras.
Yep. A lot of the players in the Senior Men's have come from this league. The players have gone on, played college ball, or wherever they went to after our league, which is typically college. Oh, there's a hopper to 3 and a great throw over to 1.
Nice strong throw from Mitch Robinson, the UBC prospect. We'll see it on the replay here. He did a great job of that one. running off balance, made the play.
Great play. Yeah, as I was saying, there's a lot of players that have come through this league, went on to play college ball, come back, and then want to continue playing at a fairly high level. So they joined the BC men's league, the senior league, and play ball at a fairly competitive level for quite some time. Some of the players are almost 40 before they finally hang up the cleats.
So a good opportunity for players there to
Guys that really love the game, that want to continue playing.
stick with the game.
Yeah. A lot of other players, when they come back, go to play softball or fast pitch.
So
If they're more into the recreational side of things.
absolutely, it's a big sport as well. So 1-2 now the count for Favaro.
Favreau, you got it right.
There we go. took me all tournament.
Hey, that's okay.
But I'm there now. I've got it.
Well, his dad came up to me and said, yeah, you know that guy up there, he's got my son's name wrong the whole time. And I looked at him and said, no, that's the right name. You're pronouncing it wrong. He didn't agree with me. So, great family, really nice family, the Favreaus.
Nick Favreau up at the plate. In case there is a last name that I've pronounced wrong a lot, be sure to give us a tweet. Let me know. More than happy to correct that. Here's Favreau. Cracks
Fouls
one
another
off. Foul territory. So from a league's point of view, what have you seen this tournament?
Oh, I think we've seen some really good ball. I think, there's a nice chopper. That's going to be hard to field.
Oh, you called it.
And he doesn't quite pick it up. We tried the one-handed, great effort. He didn't have any other choice. He had to one-hand it. The ball was much too slow to be able to get it with his glove and transfer and throw.
Yeah, you called that one. As it was hopping, you saw that McComb tried to get a handle on it, just was rolling on him.
Yep. No, from a league point of view, again, what do we want? We want to see teams that are competitive. We want to see guys that compete out there. And certainly that's what we're seeing here. Again, when you have a round-robin tournament of 5 teams and they almost end up all tied at 2-2, that's really good parity. And even though, some people might say, well, geez, Team A should have just walked through that round-robin. It's not the way it works at this point in time in the league with these teams. Again, every one of them has got great coaching and great players, and at any given time they can give you a really good game.
And that's what we've seen thus far in the tournament. I guess it's the last game, so the whole tournament now.
Yeah. Even a Langley Blaze, I hate to, talk about any particular team that might be a powerhouse or considered a powerhouse, but they didn't have an easy road here either. That game against the Mariners could have gone either way.
Mm-hmm.
Walk-off home run. Geez, what a great way to end the game. But that was in 8 innings.
Mm-hmm.
So, that was a battle for 8 solid innings before a walk-off gets you a win.
Absolutely.
And the Mariners should not feel bad. I was talking to some of their parents after the game, and they were pretty happy. I mean, if you're going to lose a game, it's a critical game with a walk-off, hey, that's a lot easier to take than a passed ball or.
Absolutely, as we just saw a high pop fly from the bat of Grisbrook, and it was caught Connor Chirpita out in center field. And you're absolutely right. That game could have gone either way.
Yep.
And had Victoria won that game, it would have been a 5-way tie.
Yep.
Had Victoria won by 4 runs,
they would have been first.
They would have been first
They would have
overall.
been sitting right here playing where the Blaze are.
Wow.
Yeah. So in that one swing of the bat, they went from first to on the bus home. And it's sad, but that's the way that.
Doesn't get any tighter than that.
Nope, doesn't get any tighter than that.
No complaints. Amazing display of the baseball we've seen so far this tournament. BC PBL Provincial Championship game here, with Jeff Ersman on the plate.
And it's 1-1 with 2 out.
And he's got Favreau on first base. There's a
Pop up out of bounds.
yeah,
Out of play.
way into left field. Out of left field.
I enjoy watching Coach Har here. This gentleman's been in the sport and in the sporting world for years, decades actually. And you look at him over at third base, he's like a little kid. He's up there cheering his guys on.
And the passion for the game doesn't die.
Great passion for the game. There was a coach, pretty famous coach in his time, called Andy Bolesky out of Trail. He coached the 12-year-old little league teams for years, decades up in Trail. And I remember there's another chopper at a 3. That's going to be a tough play too. And
Robinson not
safe.
in time.
Great effort by Robinson.
What a throw. He is running off balance. We'll take a look on the replay here. That was way too close for my eyes to call. We saw that come in. Ooh, real close. I think the umpire made a good call. That's Dan Violette.
Dan Violette. Or Violette.
Violette.
The
There's a ball being called a foul.
And as I was saying, Andy Bolesky, I remember, I can't remember how old he was. He was in his 70s, I believe, at a provincial Little League tournament in North Vancouver. And the park is right in the middle of North Vancouver. And I get to the park one morning to watch some games, and Bolesky comes walking up. Whoa.
And still gets the out. Got turned around a little bit.
A little bit of a tough play, but he made the play. Anyhow, Andy comes walking up, and I'm looking around and saying, hey, like, where's your team? And he says, oh, they're not here yet. I said, well, how'd you get here? He said, I walked. I said, well, where'd you walk from? And it was from Capilano Road. So, here's a guy that's, 70-some years old. He's walking, I don't know how many miles it is, uphill.
It's got to be at least 5.
And he just, he looked perfectly normal. I do this all the time. But again, he was a great baseball guy for the years that he was in Trail Little League. Just outstanding.
So, we'll be back in just a few moments with more baseball action. Imagine how you would feel if you got an athletic scholarship. Let Triple Play Athletics help you achieve that dream of playing at the college university level. Make no mistake about it, you must have a plan to prepare and promote yourself as a student athlete. Bill Green has helped hundreds of male and female athletes in all sports obtain athletic and academic scholarships. His services are affordable and effective. Get the scholarship you deserve. Don't wait another minute. Call Triple Play Athletics today to arrange your scholarship workshop. Welcome back to the Wally Ballpark in Surrey, British Columbia.
Bottom of 2, all tied up at 0-0.
Liam Wyatt at the plate. Wyatt for the Langley Blaze.
I think we're starting to see here a real pitcher's battle. Not a lot of hitting. The hits that are there, a couple tough choppers for the fielders, but both these pitchers are going to throw a pretty good game by the looks of it. So it's going to be whoever blinks first here.
In a championship game, you wouldn't want anything else.
That's exactly what you want.
So here's Brad Smith. You said it. There's another chopper up the line to the hot corner.
No, safe.
Not in time. Liam Wyatt turning on the Jets. He was moving fast after a good solid hit. Just barely staying in bounds.
Again, a tough ball to watch the replay. A tough ball to field here. It's a slow chopper.
Yep.
So it takes a while to get there, and then he's throwing it away, just trying to make the throw off balance. Pretty tough play.
He made a nice throw, though.
Made a nice throw. Didn't throw it away.
There's a bunt attempt.
An attempt to move him over. Didn't work too good.
That's Andre Pelche for the Blaze.
Jamie's thinking about, let's get somebody in scoring position, see if we can get a run.
Head coach of the Langley Blaze. Thinking just that. He's got Pelche on the plate. Nobody out.
Another good pitch.
Andre didn't like it. Didn't swing at it. Wants it a little better than that. So here we go. Strike three.
Having a little conversation after the.
Just talking it over.
Well, that's what, 16, I shouldn't say anything, but that's the kind of conversations that you want to have. I mean,
Absolutely.
Obviously, he swung at it. He was just looking, saying, "Hey, do you think that was in or not?" And then the umpire will give him that reply. Yeah, it was a strike. I would have rung you up on it.
Absolutely.
That's what you want to do.
And there's no harm in that.
That's
part of the game.
That's showing good baseball there.
Swing and a miss for Connor Torpeda, playing center field today. And Torpeda's got some wheels.
Yeah, I'm surprised here if Jamie doesn't try a hit and run or something to get the guy over. Not bunting, so. Oh, they got him picked off.
They got him. As he slipped, I believe, getting back to first.
Yeah, that might have been a hit and run because he was taking a pretty aggressive lead. And so the idea was that at first motion he was going to go. Tough to do against the left-hander because the left-hander is looking right at you. So that's, with a right-hander, his face is the other direction. He's got to turn his head a bit to see what you're doing. When left-hander's staring right at you, boy, you got to be really sure you got the timing right. Otherwise, that's what happens. You get picked off.
That was Liam Wyatt over at first base, taking a bit of a lead. He slipped, as you saw in the replay, just trying to get back to first base in time.
Yeah.
And the dirt been taking the hot sun all day, especially in that busy area over at first base.
Seen a few guys get picked off over there this today and yesterday. And again, that's aggressive ball. The coaches are saying take the biggest lead you can. You want to get the best jump you can. Try and break up a double play.
Absolutely, that's the game plan.
Those happen.
So 16, Connor Torpeda at the plate. Catcher, Nick.
You got it. Try it.
Favreau.
There you go.
There we go. I wanted to say Favreau again. Favreau. Nick Favreau. And pitcher Brad Smith having a chat. And they're back, ready to go. 1-2 the count.
2 out. Ooh.
Up high inside.
Yep.
Torpeda. Not too big of a fan of that. Lots to talk about in this tournament. So many tight games. And the standings have just been a logjam. Strike three. Torpeda strikes out Brad Smith, looking impressive. Absolutely speechless. Is my partner, Ted Hortzak.
It's good. This is a great game. I know some of the. I guess we'll come back after the break. But some of the fans will come out and say, "Hey, it wasn't a great game. It was 0-0, 1-0. I mean, it's not a lot of hitting." You got to look what's going on. These pitchers are throwing a hell of a game.
And the crowd is full here. We'll be back, bringing you a little more baseball.
wishing to some moves, so I make it harder. Don't hold back. If you think about it, so many people do. Be cool, man, look smarter. Don't hold back. And you shouldn't even care about those losers in the air and the crooked stare. Don't hold back. Cause there's a party over here, so you might as well be here where the people care. Don't hold back.
Welcome back. Wally Ballpark here in Surrey, British Columbia. Surrey of Viswanathan at the plate for the North Shore Twins. Takes a look at a strike. Ball to even the count up. Surrey of Viswanathan, bottom of the North Shore Twins batting rotation, number 9.
Well, we got a game going in the senior men's tournament over in Trail. Top of 9, still 4-4. Real battle.
It's a heck of a game going on over there. Heck of a game we got on our hands here. There's a ball fouled off. This one's living up to the hype so far.
It's been a great game so far.
Still early stages. This is top of third.
Well, we've got a pitching battle going here.
And there's a hit right over to first base. Easy out.
The balls that have been hit some of them have been tough grounders, but you know, it's a grounder to first, a couple of choppers to third, one long fly ball. Nothing damaging. No great hits yet.
Credit the pitchers as Dakota Curry.
Yeah, guys just can't get a hit right now.
No, we'll see Curry there. Step on the bag, get the out. First baseman Dakota Curry. So top of the rotation now for the Twins. Taylor Wright. Oh, and there's a big hit. And that's gonna fall foul. It looked like it was gonna be closer than it was.
Well, here's what I'd like to see. 0-0 in the 7th inning, walk-off home run.
All right.
There you go.
I'd be happy with that.
That would be a great. Okay, so some of our scorekeeping friends here, booth friends, don't like that call. Well, how about how about a home run at the top of 7th? Go ahead 1-0 and hold it at bottom. You okay with that one?
I think he wants to see a little more hitting.
I think we have a North Shore Twins fan here.
You gotta cheer for the underdog. The Twins were up against it today. The Chiefs and the Twins played the first game of the day, and they were up against it. So they've battled their way all the way this far. One more win. And they get provincial crown after 2 strikes. Here's a hit from Taylor Wright into center field, caught.
Yeah. Well, I guess if the Twins were to win this would be only the second time in our league history where a team has played 3 games to win it. Twins did it before in Abbotsford a few years ago, and they would do it again here today. Langley Blaze has been the league champions here for a number of years. They haven't won this tournament that much. They have come into the tournament number 1 seed a few times and not been able to come through.
Hoping to change that here, as they've got Emerson Dome, the Twins do, at the plate. Pitcher Jonathan Kelty starting this game for the Blaze, playing a very strong game so far. There's a
little foul ball.
Knocked off as a foul. Hayden Jaco, catcher for the Langley Blaze. Jaco and Kelty. Inside for a ball.
Kelty's having a good game. I could be wrong, but like I said, if I'm wrong, I do apologize to him. I think he struggled last outing a bit, but he's certainly on his game this game.
Jonathan Kelty continuing his strong performance so far. 3-1 now, though. Finds himself in a bit of a situation. Emerson Dome taking his second look at the plate.
And a chopper up the middle.
Oh,
Oh,
tough to handle. It's Kyle McComb playing shortstop. We'll see the replay here. Hit up right to him, just had some spin on it.
our scorekeepers said that's an error.
Called it an error.
And he's bigger than me, so we're not going to argue with him over that call.
We'll take that. There's Griff Goyer at the plate now. And he's got Emerson Dome taking a lead over at first base. Got to be careful, though. As you mentioned, with a right-handed pitcher, you have a little more leeway.
You do.
There's the third out. Wow.
Quick innings.
Great baseball here at Wally Ballpark in Surrey, BC. Take a look at the replay before we go to break. A routine ball for the Langley Blaze. Over to Dakota Curry. Out at first. We'll be back in just a few moments, bringing you the bottom half of the third inning.
Hi, my name is Daryl. I grew up in a town famous for its hockey players. I wasn't one of them. My first job was as a bag boy. 37 years later, I'm the president of Save On Foods. But I never lost sight of one thing. Great people are the key to great service. And great service adds value to everything we do. Save On Foods. Talk about service.
The workforces are the same that burn crosses. Some of those that workforces are the same that burn crosses. Some of those that workforces are the same that burn crosses. Some of those that workforces are the same that burn crosses. Killing in the name of. Killing in the name of. Now you do what they told you. Now you do what they told you. Now you do what they told you. Now you do what they told you.
Welcome back to the ball game. I'm bringing you the bottom of the third inning. On behalf of EBN Sports, number 15, Hayden Jaco, the catcher for the Langley Blaze, steps up to the plate against Brad Smith. Smith looked impressive thus far. This is 15-15. Battle of the two number 15s. 1-2 the call. Hayden Jaco. Taking a look for the first time at Brad Smith. Hit up over to the shortstop. Taylor Wright out at first. The first baseman, Trevor Wiersma, making the catch, getting the out. We'll take a look at the replay. There's the hit. And we'll see the throw over to first in time. So one away here for the North Shore Twins, up high on batter Justin Lawrence. Up high and then down low. 2-0 the count now for Justin Lawrence against Brad Smith. Looking to get himself on base is Justin Lawrence of the Langley Blaze. Swing and a miss. We'll see a lot of that here today, as this has been a pitching battle thus far. Bottom of the third inning, still 0-0. Both teams putting on a defensive show. And there's a bunt, and slipping and falling is Smith, and the lob over to Casati, just a little out of his reach. And Brad Smith couldn't quite get the footing right there, as we'll take a look at it on the replay. Not a bad place bunt, would have been a routine grab, but Smith slipped, and the toss over to Casati just a little too close to his shoulder. Gets past him, so a runner on first base now. That's Justin Lawrence. Top of the order for the Langley Blaze. Kyle McComb stepping up to the plate. Bunt, foul ball. Justin Lawrence trying to take second base there. He'll be called back to first.
So Jamie's going a little bit of small ball here. Bunt on, bunt around. And that's a good strategy. If you can't hit your pitchers, the pitching, and then you try an alternate strategy.
See if the strategy pays off as the left-handed Smith throws a ball over to Wiersma. Wiersma playing first base here. Justin Lawrence of the Langley Blaze on the base. He's on board. That'll be the second foul ball for McComb. Looking to bunt here.
Another bunt, yeah. We don't bunt that much in our league. We do some, but quite a bit different in the college leagues down south when you're, obviously it's very competitive down there. So they will bunt to get on quite often because your infielders, they got him picked off. Did they get him?
Yep.
Yep.
Justin Lawrence is out at second.
So again, Jamie had something on there. Runs himself out of a runner. But college leagues will use the bunt quite a bit to get on because again, your third baseman's back, your first baseman's back, and usually the guy that they'll call on can lay down a bunt and put it right where it should be put, and that's with the guy with legs, he can get on to first, and that gives you something to work on. So Jamie tried that strategy here, got the guy on, maybe a little too aggressive trying to get him to 2.
So 1-2 now the count for McComb. Definitely when the games get that tight and one run makes that much of a difference.
Well, I think that's what we're shaping up for here.
Yep.
You know, it's 0-0 after 3.5.
Swing and a miss for McComb, and that'll do it for the third inning.
There
Brad Smith. What a game.
No runs a hit, no runs left.
Going to the top of 4 in just a few moments. We'll be back.
If you're feeling some hunger pangs, ladies and gentlemen, even if you're not, there's a limited supply of hamburgers, hot dogs, and smokies at the concession stand. So if you want a hamburger or a hot dog or a smoky,
Fraser Surrey Docks is the largest modern multi-purpose marine terminal on the West Coast. Located on the Fraser River, the company has been serving the needs of container, break bulk, project cargo, forest products, and bulk customers from around the world for more than 50 years. A proud sponsor of community events and sports, Fraser Surrey Docks is committed to operating safely, efficiently, and responsibly. To find out more or to look for career opportunities at Fraser Surrey Docks, visit www.fsd.bc.ca.
Self-righteous suicide. I cry when angels deserve to die.
Leading up the inning for the North Shore Twins. Third baseman line, Anthony Casati. Line, Casati.
Welcome back to Surrey, BC. Well, we've got ourselves a log jam here.
Okay, so we've talked about it here amongst us, and we've decided that Coach Har is going to let Casati hit because he's a pretty good hitter. And if he gets on, he's going to bunt him over. Favreau's going to bunt him over. Let's see if we can read Coach Har's mind.
I have faith in you guys. Yeah. Great crew up here the entire tournament. Keeping me on my toes, helping me out. And there's a high foul ball off the mesh and back down onto the field.
Well, Casati's swinging. He's definitely trying to get himself a hit here.
Well, he's in a bit of a hole now, down 0-2. For Casati.
Ball in the dirt.
Richard.
And for our fans that are maybe interested in that senior game, score still 4-4, and they're in the 9th inning now, I believe.
That one's tight. As the count now 1-2. Richard Christie checking over with Dan Violette on that last pitch. Violette saying he didn't do the full swing. And
there we go with another chopper, and
not in time. It's loose.
The first baseman didn't snag it.
Overthrown, sliding to second. Safe is Casati.
Well, I guess that sort of shoots down our theory because now he doesn't have to bunt.
Absolutely. Casati. A tiny bit of luck going his way. So, we'll see the hit on the replay. Comes up into the glove, off balance. There's the throw. It hits the dirt there. One hopper.
Yeah, first baseman couldn't pick it. He was just a little too far out. Ball was just a little bit too far off.
And it took a hop on him. It was
hopper.
It was rising on him.
He's got to try and pick that up, but he didn't quite get it.
Not quite able to get it, and Casati.
So the Twins have got a runner in scoring position with nobody out. This is a tough spot now for the Blaze. They're going to have to deal with John doing everything to get the guy home, get the runner home.
Nick Favreau at the plate. Strike one.
Should ask our coach here whether he would bunt him over. What do you think, Coach? You would have? Yeah, I think I'm with you. I'd try and get him over to 3. He got 2 shots at getting him home after that. Well, we got a little bit of an argument here in the booth.
Well, we got mathematician on one side. We got a baseball coach on the other side.
Yeah, let him hit.
Who do we trust?
Tough call. It's always a tough call.
1-1 the count.
Theory being if you bunt him over, it's 1 out, you get him on 3. But if your hitter is a good hitter and he gets himself a hit through one of the holes, you can score him from 2 if he can run.
Nick Favreau. Chopper up over to the shortstop.
Well, that's just as good as a bunt.
Out at first, but not a problem. He gets Casati over to third base.
He does his job. He gets Casati over to third. It was a good chopper again. If there's an overthrow or the first baseman can't pick it, hey, you got a runner in.
Works well if you're a North Shore Twins fan.
Well, John's got something to work with here now. Runner on 3, 1 out.
Should be interesting to see what Coach Haar has up his sleeve here.
And again, we're talking about the fact that runs are going to be pretty scarce in this game, so you're going to do everything to try and get one here if you got a runner on 3.
There's no doubt about that as Grisbrook steps up to the plate, takes a look at ball 1 inside. A single run could be the difference in this game.
Single run could be the difference in this game.
Both pitchers, the way they're playing, might just be.
And
they've all just been grounding out, a couple of pop flies.
Yeah, and both teams' defenses have been playing really great. A lot of tough choppers out there. Not all of them have been made. Some of the throws have been just a shade late, but I mean those are all pretty tough balls to field and easy to make an error on. So they've done well.
Can't put too much attention on the couple of errors that we've seen.
Nope.
Top 4, runner on 3rd. Inside, ball 3. So Kilty finds himself in a bit of a situation here.
3-0. Actually, yeah, I was going to say a walk might not hurt him that much. It could set up a double play to get him out of the inning. So
maybe that was the strategy.
I don't think so. But it does. You got a runner on 1, runner on 3. So worst case situation here for the Twins is their hitter hits into a double play and they're out of the inning.
Hayden Jaco.
Random wants to make sure his guys know what they should be doing here, giving them some signals.
As a good catcher should. On the mound, Kelty. He hits off a foul ball there. And does Jeff Ersman. Both these teams playing hard here as the breeze picks up a little bit.
Well, this is the toughest situation the Blaze have been in so far.
And the umpire will change the ball up.
Yeah, this is the I think the first real scoring opportunity here. With a runner on 3 for the Twins, 1 out. So they're threatening here. The Blaze are going to have to hope for a double play ball to get them out or short pop up.
There's a high foul ball. So now Ersman is in a bit of a hole. 0-2 the count for him. So Kelty's got some room to play here. Throws over to first. Nothing coming there. That's Mitch Grisbrook over at first.
I always get a little afraid when pitchers do that with a runner on 3 because if you or your first base make a mistake, you just give them a run.
Absolutely.
I understand the theory of trying to keep them close, but
swing and a miss. Or was that a foul?
That was foul.
I think he clipped off a foul ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for a left-handed pitcher, a little bit easier to make that throw.
It is.
Right-handed.
And I mean, what the pitcher's trying to do is make sure that the runner stays on first so they can have an opportunity to get a double play.
Keep him from stealing the base. There's a high fly ball.
Gonna score one, I think.
And tagging up.
Yeah, they're gonna try it.
Casati. Casati gets the run. So a good play there. As we'll take a look on the replay. So good play by Ersman.
Yes, he made contact, drove it out into the outfield.
Good sac fly for him.
Yeah, absolutely. Sac fly. Scores 1.
And he's still got Mitch Grisbrook over on first base.
And there's an appeal at third saying that The runner left early, denied, so the score stands.
1-0, first run of the ball game, going the way of the North Shore Twins. Throws over to second, got him. What a throw there from catcher Hayden Jaco, catching Mitch Grisbrook. So we'll be back in a few moments here, bringing you the bottom half of the fourth inning at Wally Ballpark in Surrey, BC.
No runners left on base.
Gandhi and Lennox, quality names you've trusted for 50 years. We can handle all your heating and cooling needs in the valley. Beat the summer heat. Call us today for cooling estimate, 534-5555.
Welcome back to the bottom of the fourth inning here. A great game on our hands, and there's Horansky dropping one over in no man's land. Luke Horansky, the DH, gets himself on base, leading off for the Langley Blaze. So the Langley Blaze respond immediately.
That's what you want to do. You just give up a run. The next thing you want to do is come back and see if you can get one back yourself. So they got a runner on now. Let's see what they can do with that.
It's a good start. Mitch Robinson stepping up to the plate next. That's what you wanted from your leadoff hitter in Luke Horansky. 2, 3, 4 in the batting rotation for them here. Brad Smith throws a strike.
And again, again for our friends that might be interested in the senior men's, still all tied up in the 10th inning. They're having themselves a game.
This fans getting some free baseball. Getting more than what they paid for. A great ball game over there, and a pretty damn good one over here too.
Great ball game here.
1-1 the score. Sorry, 1-1 the count. 1-0 the score in favor of the Twins. Brad Smith.
And we'll see what Jamie does here. Again, he's got a runner on first now. It doesn't look like he's going to be bunting him, obviously, with a 2-1 count. But he might try a hit and run, anything to get that runner over to 2.
It'll be interesting to see what the strategy is. And there's a swing and a miss for Robinson. 2-2 the count now for Smith. Brad Smith exchanging looks with Hayden Jaco. Sorry, that's not Jaco. Jaco's the catcher for the Blaze, and there's a nice little bunt. Advances the runner. He gets himself on first base.
And there you go. Runners on 1 and 2 with that out. So we'll see what the young coach here does now.
That's Favreau catching for the Twins. Dakota Curry Steps up to the plate, lays down a bunt, and not in time. Bases loaded here. So the Langley boys get poked and they respond. They gave up a run to the Twins last inning.
And the pressure's on the Twins now. This is the way it should be.
And here comes Coach.
Brooks McNevin walking out to the mound here is a ex-PBLer and played some pro ball. He's now the pitching coach for the North Shore Twins. Also runs a North Shore Academy for players that want to take up baseball as well as an education through their high school.
He'll have a chat with Brad Smith and...
Yeah, give him some encouragement. We got ourselves in a little bit of a hole here, so what are we going to do?
0 out still. It's probably the biggest factor with the bases loaded.
That's amazing. First 3 innings, we didn't see any runners really, and then top of 4, Twins get 1, score 1, and bottom of 4 here, the bases loaded for the Blaze.
Liam Wyatt steps up to the plate. Takes a look at ball 1. So we hear often that hitting is contagious.
It is. In this case, it was bunting, but.
So contagious or strategic. Call it what you want to call it.
Well, again, the guy's got to go to small ball here. They're not getting any hits.
Oh,
so
foul ball.
Try something different. You need run. You can't win a game 0-0. You got to get at least 1 run. So you got to generate some offense.
So good strategy we're seeing here. Both teams very well coached, as you would expect in the championship game. 2-1 the count. Bases loaded for Liam Wyatt.
Yeah, it's the toughest situations Smith has faced, I think, in both games that he's pitched so far.
We'll see how he responds. It's ball 3. Big pitch coming up.
Well, you certainly don't want to walk in a tying run here, but...
Yeah, that's the last thing they need. There's a foul ball. Brad Smith will take that.
That's full count.
The magnitude of every play increasing by the minute here.
Okay, so we should do a quick poll here, see if he's going to throw some heat or an off-speed pitch.
I'm going to say some heat. Get some swinging.
Off-speed. You were close.
Had a 50%
big
chance.
Out. Big out. That's an absolute big out. That now...
That's a huge out.
It is. Now it gives him the chance of rolling up a double here and getting out of the inning with no damage after having the bases loaded. That would be a huge out for him.
Brad Smith getting a big strikeout for him and his team as well. He's got Haransky, Robinson, and Curry on base. And he's got Andre Pelche stepping up to hit. So 1-0 the count. Didn't cause him any problems last time being behind.
Oh, big swing.
Big swing.
That's one thing I like about both of these pitchers. Again, Smith here in a big hole, but he's not letting it affect his game. He's just going out there and pitching. That's what he has to do. Another
Very
big
good.
strike.
Very
Great
good to
ball.
see from a young pitcher.
Yep, a lot of composure. Don't care that the bases are loaded. I'm just going to throw the game.
Calm, cool, and collected is Brad Smith. As there's a bit of action going on in the bullpen for the North Shore Twins. I'm assuming just an insurance policy.
Yeah, that's wise. I mean, The worst case situation here is the Blaze get a hit, score a couple of runs, and it looks like Smith might be fading a bit. So make sure you got somebody that can come in and take over if you need it.
In a game of this magnitude, you just can't afford to have any of that, and that'll count as ball 2. So Matteo Vincelli, number 13 for the North Shore Twins, warming up in the bullpen. Might not get a chance as Brad Smith, 2 straight strikeouts.
That was a great pitch.
You know, put some pressure on him and he comes through for you.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a absolutely great call. Great pitch.
If I'm a scout, I'm in love. Brad Smith striking out 2 in a row. Liam Wyatt and then Andre Pelche. An absolutely stunning performance for those last 2 outs at least.
Absolutely. Those are 2 great. He just did a great job of pitching to those 2 hitters.
Connor Chorpita up now, and my, how the tables have turned. It looked like 0 outs, bases loaded. It looked like the Blaze were about to put some runs on the board.
And there you go.
Pop fly, done.
Look at
wow.
Look at the enthusiasm.
The team's pumped. The crowd is pumped. And wow, what a game.
Smith came off of there just pumped. And he should be.
As he should be.
Should be. He
gets himself
loaded, gets 3 outs, 2 strikeouts that were great on great third pitch or great third strikes, and then a pop-up.
That's the toughest position he's been in all tournament.
Yep.
And he responded. That's what you want to see from a young pitcher like Brad Smith. So we'll be back in just a few moments, bringing you the top of the 5th inning. Imagine how you would feel if you got an athletic scholarship. Let Triple Play Athletics help you achieve that dream of playing at the college university level. Make no mistake about it, you must have a plan to prepare and promote yourself as a student athlete. Bill Green has helped hundreds of male and female athletes in all sports obtain athletic and academic scholarships. His services are affordable and effective. Get the scholarship you deserve. Don't wait another minute. Call Triple Play Athletics today to arrange your scholarship workshop. Welcome back to what's been a fantastic ball game, living up to the hype. Here at Wally Ballpark is the championship game between the Langley Blaze.
It's been a great game so far. Great pitching duel. Brad Smith from the Twins got himself into a little bit of a jam there with the bases loaded in the last inning, but worked his way out of it.
That didn't look to bother him too much as that one's on the line, called a foul.
And for the guys in the booth here that said this might be a one-run game, I think they might be close here unless the wheels really fall off for either team. But this could be 1-0, 2-1 type of game.
Might live up to my prediction.
Great game.
I'm not right very often. I'll take it when I get it. Trevor Wiersma at the plate right now. Jonathan Kelty still on the mound for the Langley Blaze. Kelty's been almost as impressive as Brad Smith.
They both have pitched great games.
We've really been in for a treat. You can tell by the packed stands that the fans are enjoying this one. Over to Curry. Out at first.
Another pretty routine ground ball.
Kelty's been good at those.
Yep.
He's been forcing a lot of guys to ground out right over to the second baseman. Over to Curry, and it's done.
Well, the senior men's game that I keep mentioning is still going on. Top of the 11th,
Wow.
4-4.
Wow.
They're having a great game.
This game might end before that one does.
Yeah. As our scorekeeper just said, or announcer just said, it's nice and cool at Trail. I remember being in Trail at this time of year for the men's championship once, and it was hot. It was like being in an oven.
Trail BC hosting that one. Wally in Surrey, British Columbia holding this one.
Probably the ugliest scene I've ever seen in Trail was, again, this senior men's championship up there. There's the time I was up there was a Italian restaurant called, I think it was Collander's, and it was a family-owned operation. It was just a bunch of picnic tables in a hall, sort of, and with great big vats of pasta that they cooked. And the ugliest scene was watching these men, and again, some of them were from 20 to 30 years old, most of them. They'd go in there and it would be just like a bunch of wolves hitting the pasta flying everywhere. I can't believe how much they ate. Because I don't think it was an all-you-can-eat, but boy, they gave you a huge portion. The guys just chowed down.
Like a pack of wolves, you say.
Like a pack of wolves. And they still, my son happens to be on the team, which is why I'm keeping a look at the score. But that was one of the things they were talking about. We're going to hit Collanders for the pasta night.
She might even be doing that tonight.
Well, after playing 11 innings, they're going to be, and well, again, this is their second game, so this is 17, 18 innings of ball that they've played up there, both teams. So they're going to be pretty dehydrated. They might have to have some liquid refreshment before they
a couple of beverages.
Tie into the pasta.
And
another
here's
pop-up.
Kelty.
That could be trouble. Nope,
handled easily.
Left fielder's got it.
That's 3 outs after Kelty retired Surrey of Viswanathan. Was 0-2 count, got some help from his outfield.
Yep.
So the Blaze doing what they needed to do. Coming out, 3 quick outs, get back on the batting side. We'll be back, bringing you the bottom of the 5th inning in just a few moments. And we're back as Langley Blaze take their turn up to bat. Hayden Jaco took a called strike on the first pitch. Ball on the second. 1-1 now the count.
And that's up a bit.
So after an impressive fourth inning for Brad Smith, he's back out here for the fifth.
Yeah, the warming up the pitcher was just in case. Smith certainly doesn't look like he's struggling. You can't really fault him for that last inning. He didn't pitch that badly. They bunted on and bunted around. Not really the pitcher's problem. Or pitcher's fault, I mean.
Absolutely. 2-2 the count now. Strikeout. So Brad Smith putting on a clinic here.
Still rolling on.
He seems to be in a groove with 3 straight strikeouts.
Yeah, the hitter didn't like that call. It was on the outside side of the plate, but it was in there. So Christie's done a good job at the home plate here. Really hasn't been too many arguments over his calls by either team. So obviously he's doing a good job.
Richard Christie, umpire behind home plate, I would agree has done a good job. Justin Lawrence, number 9 in the rotation for the Langley Blaze.
Well, the Blaze have got to start really thinking about how they're going to get a runner on here.
I would agree.
We're into the fifth here. They got 2 more kicks at it, and that 1 run doesn't look like it's that much, but it just might be enough. And I shouldn't say that because as soon as I say that, we're going to jinx the team. So,
well, with Brad Smith on the mound, might be safe. Might be a safe call. But 2-1 the count now against Brad Smith.
Yeah, it's tough. If they pull one of the starting pitchers, the pitcher coming in, the reliever is in a tight game like this. It's really tough because the pressure's on just from your own team to perform. God, your starters got you 5 innings or 6 innings of really good ball, and pressure's on that you got to come in there and make sure you do the same thing to wrap the game up. Worst thing is you've got a really close game. You're leading by 1 run. Your reliever comes in and gives up 3. It's pretty tough for the team to take.
Especially when your starter is as good as Brad Smith. Member of the national team?
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Right. National team travels to places like Cuba, Dominican Republic, Mexico, Japan during the year. So national team players are actually pretty tough year for them because they're still in school. They're either in grade 11 or grade 12, the odd one from grade 10. And you miss probably 60, 70 days of school.
Wow.
So it's pretty tough. You got to, and again, if you're looking at a college career, you got to make sure your marks are up. Otherwise, you might not be able to get into college. So it's a tough call. You got to do your work, and you got to really be pretty good at time management because you got to manage your baseball time. You got to manage your school time.
So while it may seem like a great position to be in, there's the ups and downs of it.
There's ups and downs. It's not an easy.
Tons of hard work put in by these athletes to get to where they are today.
Okay.
Pinch running at first base, 41, Mason Verge.
So there's probably a couple of things happening here. Yeah. First of all, Jamie's putting in somebody with some legs on the base path to see if he can get him around. And secondly, the Twins are warming up the bullpen because you don't want to let this run get too far.
From what I've seen, I think Brad Smith is all right. He did walk the previous batter, Justin Lawrence. Mason Verge pinch running for him. As we're back to the top of the rotation for the Langley Blaze. Kyle McComb, shortstop, steps up to the plate against Brad Smith. Smith throwing a strike on his first pitch.
Yeah, just looking at the scorebook here, that's Brad's first walk. So he's gone 4 and a third innings here with 1 walk. That's outstanding.
And he's up 0-2 now. An from Smith of the North Shore Twins, and he throws over to first. Checks on Mason Verge. Mason Verge pinch running, and Smith will check him again.
Yeah, again, he's trying to keep him close at first, making sure that if there's a hit and run, he doesn't have that extra step.
Wiersma playing first base for the Twins. And there's a crack. That'll be a foul ball. Still 0-2 the count.
And it's still 4-4, and I guess they're looking at playing, maybe they're looking at playing 2 complete games in one over in Trail.
Wow.
4-4 in the 12th.
Fans are getting twice their money's worth. Swing and a miss for Kyle McComb as Brad Smith sits down another one.
I'm just going to take a look here how many guys he struck out. I don't think the count's that high.
Well, he's been on a hot streak recently, and he's been sitting down a few of them in a row.
Nine strikeouts. Well,
wow.
That's pretty damn good. 1 walk, 9 strikeouts.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. He's having a hell of a game.
He's a hell of a player stepping up to the plate. Luke Horansky looking to put a dent in Brad Smith's impressive game.
Yep.
2 outs now, runner on first, bottom of the 5th. That'll be a swing.
Yeah, I was expecting Luke to try and hit a long ball here. He hasn't. That swing certainly was not that good for looking at hitting a home run. He's a guy that's certainly capable of hitting a home run.
I'd believe that looking at his size. Horansky.
Got a little bit of catcher problems here. His gear's coming done.
Play 3 straight games, even the gear's sweating.
Yeah. Of course, I've known catchers to do that, to give their pitchers just a little bit of a extra breath. But Smith certainly doesn't need. There's the hit and run. Or steal, straight steal.
Well, Mason Verge will steal second base. 2 outs, 0-2 the count. Don't think Brad Smith cares. Can't tell you how impressed I've been by the young man on the mound for the Twins. Might be some of the best pitching we've seen thus far in the tournament.
Yeah, both him and Kelty are doing a good job. Well, when Kelty comes up here, we'll take a look at his stats. He's got to be in the same range. I don't think Langley has walked very many guys either. So both pitchers putting on a good display here.
I think Smith might have more strikeouts, but Kelty's doing a great job as well, getting a lot of those people to ground out. And here's a throw over to first. Got him. Done. Surviving the threat is Brad Smith and the North Shore Twins. What a ball game, folks. We'll be back bringing you the top of the 6th inning in this one. Championship game. Wally, Surrey, British Columbia. And we'll be back with 2 more innings, the last 2 potentially, on behalf of EBN Sports. See you in a bit.
There are approximately 1 dozen hamburgers left.
Hi, my name is Daryl. I grew up in a town famous for its hockey players. I wasn't one of them. My first job was as a bag boy. 37 years later, I'm the president of Save On Foods. But I never lost sight of one thing. Great people are the key to great service. And great service adds value to everything we do. Save On Foods. Talk about service.
Welcome back. Top of the 6th inning.
Yeah, and we just looked at Kelty's numbers, and they're pretty good as well. They not as many Ks, 1 K, 1 walk, and he's got most of his outs from grounders, choppers. But again, that's his style of pitching. He gets grounders, and they still work.
That's good enough.
So
That's just what you need.
Yeah, both these pitchers putting on a show. Smith a little better with Ks, but hey, an out's an out.
Smith got himself into a situation earlier where he needed a couple of Ks.
Yes, and he got them.
And he got them.
Manufactured them.
Clutch play from Brad Smith we've seen so far. Emerson Dome at the plate, number two hitter in the rotation. So 2-3-4 for the Twins, as they'll look to try to extend this lead in the 6th inning here.
They will.
Up by just a run. Up high inside for ball 2.
Looking at technology and how we've moved along. 19 years ago, we didn't have any automated scorebooks. We had people in the stands with pieces of paper. Last few years, we went to a package called Point Streak, which most teams use now, the online score. Helped the fans a little bit at home. If you couldn't get out to a game, you could at least watch the game on your computer, not live, and then Point Streak updated that, and you could actually watch the live play-by-play, and you could have live video if you wanted to. But
there's a hit over to foul territory. It'll fall in a foul ball.
And if you wanted to hook up your laptop and put it in the scoring booth, you might get some images of baseball. And this is a whole new level that we've had in this tournament here with the VBN live audio and video, and from the number of hits we're getting and the comments we're getting, the people really enjoy it. So from a PBL point of view, I guess we've set a new standard for our championships. So from now on, our championships will be broadcast live. And I think it's great. It just broadens the spectrum of people being able to sit back and watch their kids play ball, or their grandkids play ball, or relatives, whatever you want to call it.
Absolutely. I think with the advancement of technology, the internet growing, pretty much a necessity for every household now.
Yeah, and for example, next year, Kelty's doing good here. He's full count. And that's a big pop-up.
That's real high. Might be able to grab myself a coffee by the time it came down, but it changed direction last second on Hayden Jaco.
Jaco's usually pretty good in those. That was a tough one to catch.
That one was real high up, and sometimes that can throw you off a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, next year, I was saying this tournament's going to be in Victoria. The Victoria Eagles are hosting it at Lambert Park next year, and again, that means that, it depends. This year there's a fair Mariners were in this tournament, but the other teams were from the Lower Mainland. Mm-hmm. So next year, carrying it live out of Victoria, the Lower Mainland folks don't have to all go over. They can watch it live on their computer.
Certainly tough for some families to manage the cost that way when,
it is.
Traveling, taking a ferry over.
Yep.
So, as we see a walk there.
And we see a walk, and that's his second walk of the game.
Second walk of the game. 6 innings, who's complaining?
And the Blaze do have somebody starting to warm up the pen, just in case.
Ryan Braun warming up in the bullpen.
Well, we're getting towards the end of the game here. The 6th inning. Your starters have thrown already once in this weekend.
You definitely want to have an insurance policy.
Yep.
No room for many errors here.
Yeah. Yeah, a tough call for the coach is always, if my reliever comes in, is he going to be able to close it out for me, or is he going to give up a couple of runs and put me behind? So
definitely want to try to have a power pitcher.
Yeah, you gotta. It's a real tough call.
Griff Goyer up at the plate. Steps out of that one. As we were talking about the live streaming by VBN Sports for this tournament. Huge for the sport, huge for these young athletes.
Yep.
Who can now go online and
Well, that's the other part of it is they can go online for the next 90 days, I think it is, and watch the game.
Here's a bunt laid down by Goyer. Sack bunt for him.
And that's good. They can replay the games, help them with if they think they could have done some things better. So it's good. And it's again with the coverage of 3 cameras. It's pro league type coverage. You cover the angles. It's really good.
Great support from the PBL community around. Lots of viewers getting online, lots of viewers getting on Twitter, providing us with great feedback. Lots of opportunity for both the league and these players to grow.
Yep. Yeah, a lot of college programs really started this process again about 10 years ago, where they would put up an internet feed. Because again, college players usually come from, they might come from the local state, but a lot of them come from around the country, and it's nice to be able to sit at home and watch your son play college ball someplace in the States.
And from a scout perspective,
scouts don't use it that much. I guess some of them do, but they want to see the guy live to a large extent. They might, if they're interested, college scout, if they're interested in a player, might be looking at one of these games. And again, it's actually probably a great tool for the player themselves.
There's a hit. Looks like it's going to fall in no man's land. That's going to... Nope. 2-4 Emerson Dome will wait at third base. Probably a good call there by Coach John Haar.
Yeah, that's probably going to... Yeah, there we go. We're going to have a trip to the mound here.
So is it time for Ryan Braun to come into this game?
Well, it's no indication of that yet.
Might just be to have a talk.
Blaze are, again, they got to work here. They got a runner on 3 with 1 out. So, tough situation.
Brad Smith faced some adversity earlier.
Yep.
Handled it well.
Yep. Let's see what Kelty can do here.
Jonathan Kelty's turn.
And as I was saying, any of these players, for example, Brad Smith, he probably is not going to need much in the way of help in getting himself a college opportunity someplace because he's on the national team. But any player that had an outstanding game here, if it was me, I would buy a copy of the DVD and edit it down to what I did and then send that out to the colleges I'm looking for.
Absolutely.
Sure is a lot better than the piece of paper that says I play ball well, seeing the video, especially if you make a couple great plays.
Absolutely. It's tough to see those on paper.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the North Shore Twins. I shouldn't just pick on the North Shore Twins, but it sticks in my mind the left field, the outstanding catch in left field. I think that was Goyer. I can't remember. But again, that's a video highlight reel type of play. And again, a college coach looks at that, especially if you could put it together with 2 or 3 plays that make you look outstanding and say, hey, this guy can play ball.
It's definitely a little add-on to the resume.
It is.
Especially with, so the way social media is moving, you can upload that to YouTube, to Vimeo, all the other sources out there. And bam, you got yourself a link, throw it in an email and send it off.
Okay, we've got a tight situation here.
Favreau fouls one off.
Favreau would dearly like to get a hit here. Deep fly ball or a ground ball through the infield, and he'd give his pitcher a little bit of insurance.
I'm sure Smith would appreciate that. Favreau, 1-2, the count. Jonathan Kelty feeling a bit of the heat here. That one's inside for ball 2.
Yeah, Kelty looked like he was a little disappointed in that call, but I guess I'm with Christie on that one. That was inside.
I would agree with you and Christie both. That one looked like it was a little inside.
It's close.
Close?
2-2.
Very close. That's what makes an umpire's job so tough. Oh. Finds a bit of dirt, but no harm done. Full count now.
Yeah, Jaco's got to make sure he blocks all of those because, again, you got a runner parked on 3. Pass ball, going to be a 2-0 game.
Yep. Twins looking to make it a 2-0 game. And they're leading by 1 run here in the top of 6. Again, the Langley Blaze have the last at bat. And Casati takes second as Favreau gets walked. Deja vu.
Well, there goes Jamie. He's going to make a change, I would think. Not that bad a situation because, again, you got 1 out, so a double play ball will take you out of the inning without scoring anybody. But he is making a change. Kelty's going to hit off.
No shame for Kelty here.
Great game. You know, again, he doesn't have the Ks that Smith does, but he gets a lot of his outs from ground outs, and there's nothing wrong with that. Those work just as well.
Kelty's played a very solid game. No reason for him to be disappointed at all.
No.
And it looks like it'll be Ryan Braun, who we spotted earlier getting warmed up in the bullpen.
And again, update on the score from Trail. Bottom of 12, 4-4. These guys are going to be playing forever. The championship works a little different for the provincial championships at the senior men's. Unlike, BC PBL, there is no championship after this. It's just the provincial league, and this is it for these guys. The one thing that the select team that's based mainly on these kids from our league will go on and play at the Canada Cup, so that's their national championship. Senior men's league has a championship every year as well, and that's the one that's going on in Trail. But they do it a little bit differently. The team that wins the provincial championship this year goes to the national championship next year, and the reason for that is that they've got a whole year to fundraise to raise enough money to go to the national championship. The national championship this year is in St. John's, Newfoundland, and that's a fair ticket to get there.
Yep. Absolutely. Crowd still full here as you take a look at some highlights of today's game. Take a look at the big plays that got us to where we are. So as we expected, Ryan Braun takes the mound. Coming in relief of Jonathan Kelty.
And he's got a job here. Bases loaded, 1 out.
Real tough position.
You got to hope for a ground ball, double play ground ball.
Grisbrook.
Or, as Smith did, 2 Ks. Certainly a fly ball in the outfield's going to score a run. And any type of ground ball through the infield will score 1, maybe 2.
So the big Ryan Braun.
Starts off with a strike. Good start.
That one's inside. Evens up the count, 1-1. Mitch Grisbrook, the DH, at the plate for the Twins, hoping to add to this lead. Late stages of the ball game. And there's a hit up the middle.
And that should be a double play ball.
Got it.
In the dirt, picked at first base.
Wow.
Big play.
What more can you ask from?
Yeah, ball scoots through, and then it's a 2-0 game.
I don't know if the baseball gods have took their time polishing the script or how they did it, but this is shaping up to be a finish at the...
This is a classic game.
Wow.
Yeah,
absolute classic. It's a great way to put it. I was running out of words for it. We'll be back in a few moments bringing you the bottom of the 6th inning.
Fraser Surrey Docks is the largest modern multi-purpose marine terminal on the West Coast. Located on the Fraser River, the company has been serving the needs of container, break bulk, project cargo, forest products, and bulk customers from around the world for more than 50 years. A proud sponsor of community events and sports, Fraser Surrey Docks is committed to operating safely, efficiently, and responsibly. To find out more or to look for career opportunities at Fraser Surrey Docks, visit www.fsd.bc.ca.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, you've missed out on 5.5 innings of fabulous baseball in this Premier Baseball Association championship game. Langley Blaze, North Shore Twins. Joined by Ted Hortzak, league president.
We've had an outstanding game here. Bottom of the 6th, 1-0 for the Twins. Mr. Smith for the Twins is outlasting Mr. Kelty. Both pitchers, great jobs.
Smith in a bit of trouble here.
He is. He's 3-0. And that would be a walk.
Walk to lead off. Uncharacteristic compared to what we've seen, but it was Mitch Robinson at the plate. So stepping up next is Dakota Curry as his 3-4-5 in the lineup here.
Yeah, North Shore Twins had a good chance to add to the lead. Didn't work out.
Close, but no cigar. As pitcher Ryan Braun came in for the Blaze. Got
double play ball that ended. Braun probably telling his first baseman that he's going to buy him dinner tonight for picking that ball out of the dirt, because if that had scooted by, would have scored another run. But the first baseman did a great job of picking it. Innings over. And Smith struggling a bit here.
We've seen some action in the Twins bullpen already. Matteo Vincelli still over in the bullpen for the Twins. Catcher Nick Favreau has a talk with his pitcher Brad Smith. There you go.
Must have been a good talk because he threw a strike.
First one in 6 pitches.
Okay, Let's see if Jamie's got a play on here. A bunch of signals to the guy on first.
That'll be a foul, I believe.
Yeah, get out of here.
So he hit it hard enough.
He did. That was 2-2.
2-2 is the count. 0 out, runner on first. So Brad Smith, he'll gladly take that foul ball.
Yeah, I'm somewhat surprised there was no bunt here to try and move him over, but that's why I'm up here and Jamie's down the field.
Strike 3.
Beautiful pitch.
Smith recovers.
Beautiful pitch.
Wow.
Batter just looking at him.
Dakota Curry strikes out. Liam Wyatt, number 5 in the rotation, steps up to take on Brad Smith. Wyatt takes a look at a ball.
Yeah, this late in the game, the advantage actually should go a little bit to the hitters because they've seen the pitcher 3 times or 4 times, depending on where we're at here. So you roughly know what he's going to be thrown at you. You've been timing him for 3 or 4 at bats here. So, but Smith's doing a good job of just mixing it up enough that guys don't know what's coming at him.
A great performance from Brad Smith thus far, not allowing the top-seeded Langley Blaze to get on the board. Runner on first base. Looks like he'll be stealing.
And they're going to let him go.
They'll let him have it. The team looking confident with Smith on the mound. His team looking for a bit of action here. 3-1. That might be fair.
Well,
so there it is. There's the big hit that we were looking for. Took a while.
Finally got one.
But it came. Just the second walk of the ball game, I believe, for Brad Smith.
And it turns into a run.
Turns into a run.
Yeah.
With these two teams this tight, this big of a ball game, that's the last thing that you want to do is give up a walk. So Brad Smith playing a great game so far. 1 out of 2 of his walks.
And I think they're probably might look at having a chat here. Yeah.
Looks like John Haar will come out.
That'll mean a change, I would think. Says, Brad, you had a great game, kid.
And he did.
And he did. I'm glad the fans are giving him a round of appreciation. The kid threw a great game the other day. He threw another great game today.
Well-deserved round of applause for Brad Smith. So Smith is done.
And the game is tied in the bottom of 6, so we got a whole new game going on here. Well, I was just about to say the scorekeeper showed me the score, and I think they're in the 14th inning, did you say, Mike?
Oh,
back
boy.
in trail, and I'm looking at this score, 1-1.
Oh, boy.
We could be here for a while.
You mean we haven't been here for a while?
Well, we could be here for a while.
Could be here for a while longer.
Yeah, these two teams are not giving up runs easily, so.
We'll take a look at some highlights from earlier today, this ball game. The events that got us to where we are. Huge game.
We're just looking at that game going on in Trail. Mike pointed out that the Blaze senior team has played 27 innings of ball. They played a 7-inning qualifier to get in, if you want to call it that. And they played the team that went through at number 1 spot, beat them 1-0-7, and now they're in 13. So those boys are going to be pretty tired. 3 games. Again, 3 games in a day, but a lot of extra innings going on there. And we could have that here.
And if that is the case here in Wally, BC, then fatigue could become a factor.
It could.
Especially, as we mentioned earlier, these Twins have played 3 games. This is their 3rd game of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Took on the Chiefs to start the day. Took out the Cannons for their 2nd game, and this is game number 3.
Well, the Blaze are in a threatening position here. 1 out with a runner on 2. New pitcher, don't know what this guy's going to do. Can he shut him down, or will the Blaze hit him?
That's Matteo Vincelli on the mound. Matteo. Tough position to come in late in the game, coming in for some relief. Matteo Vincelli. My apologies on the pronunciation.
And the Blaze looking at bunting the runner over.
Vincelli.
I'm sure Langley would love to squeeze another run in here and go up 2-1 and force the Twins to.
And there's a laying down a bunt, advances the runner, and it hit him.
And there you go, 2-1.
You're a fortune teller. You're doing a great job. As we see Liam Wyatt come home for another run. 2-1 in favor of the Langley Blaze now.
You never know when you bunt the ball. The defensive player has to pick it up and make a great throw. Catcher is always a problem with the catcher. If he throws the ball, he might hit the runner, and that's exactly what happened there.
Tough situation.
So it swings it around, a 2-1 for the Blaze.
The Twins had been up by 1 run most of this game.
Yep.
Chorpita up at bat now. Connor Chorpita. 0-2 now. Not happy with himself. Lots of emotion. Lots at stake in this game. Swinging for the third strike is Connor Chorpita.
He chased that one. That one was a bit out of the zone, and he chased it.
I think that's why he was kicking himself a little bit.
Yep. 2 out.
Saw on the replay there. 2 away. This is Hayden Jaco stepping up to the plate. And Jaco next to take on Matteo Vincelli.
And that should be a pop-up to end the
That's high.
bottom of 6.
And there's Taylor Wright.
Well, the Twins went from leading the game for 6 innings to now having to score one in the top of 7.
It's just 1 run, though.
Just 1 run.
We'll see what happens as we come back with the 7th inning for you at Wally Ballpark in Surrey, BC.
Gandhi and Lennox, quality names you've trusted for 50 years. We can handle all your heating and cooling needs in the valley. Beat the summer heat. Call us today for cooling estimate, 534-5555.
Welcome back. Jeff Ersman takes a strike. His first pitch. 1-1 now the count. Arisman at the plate. Ryan Braun on the mound. And there's a hit. Caught.
Center fielder. One down.
I believe that'll be Justin Lawrence at center field making the grab.
Well, got 2 more chances here to get a runner on for the Twins. The number of runners they've had this game, it's going to be tough.
The Blaze looking to close this game out here with just 2 outs remaining.
Nice pitch.
As the intensity goes up another notch.
Yeah, this is it.
And just when we thought it couldn't get much higher. They push the ceiling some more. The crowd's into this one. Final game of the Premier Baseball Association. Final 5 championship game here. There's a hit
hard
over
ball.
And out.
That was a tough play. That was a real tough play. It was a hard ball driven right at the second baseman, off to his left a bit. Made a great play of catching that ball, getting it over to 1.
That's Trevor Wiersma.
Down to the last out.
Bottom of the batting rotation. Number 9 on the rotation is Surya Viswanathan. So if you're the Langley Blaze,
good place to be.
This is where you want to be.
Yeah.
Ryan Braun on the mound, tucking it over with Hayden Jaco. Surya Viswanathan struck out last time he was up to bat at the hands of Jonathan Kelty. Strike
and
1.
He starts with a strike.
I'm going to predict 3 straight strikes here.
Yeah.
That's my prediction.
Okay.
I think that's what Jaco went over there and told him.
Just throw 3 strikes.
3 straight strikes. Let's see what he can do. At least he's going to try it. That one's a little high. So there goes my prediction.
Well, there you go.
That one didn't last long.
And down to the final strike coming out here.
1 strike away.
Well, the Twins, if they don't come back here, they shouldn't be too unhappy. They've had a great run this year. Played 3 games today to come within a run. That's not bad. That's a good way to end the season.
Second place.
Sure, Coach Hart would like to see a win, but hey, there can only be one winner.
I'm sure Coach Hart will tell you it ain't over till it's over.
True story. Yeah, he's still encouraging his guy to get a hit here.
Veteran guy like John Haar. He's seen it all. I'm sure he's not shaken. Hoping to pass that mentality on to his teammates, and there's
Tough play.
And it gets by the glove. Viswanathan not going to go for second. Gets the base hit, so here we go. The North Shore Twins have been in this situation before.
Yeah, 2 out.
2 outs.
Runs.
They haven't been faced by it before. Let's see if they can do it here. Viswanathan, number 9 in the batting rotation, gets himself on base. You know what that means. We're back to the top of the rotation now.
Yeah.
Taylor Wright going to step up to the plate. Coach for the Blaze comes out, has a few words, and goes back. So the tying run at first base now. Surya Viswanathan. Taylor Wright with 2 out. Options are limited. There's a hit.
And
it's going to find a gap.
Yes.
It finds a gap. That'll be at least a double.
He's going
for 3.
He's sending him.
Here comes Viswanathan, and we have a tie game, ladies and gentlemen.
You believe that?
We have a tie game. Viswanathan is pumped. Oh, my, oh, my.
What a final. On one swing
Where's
of the
bat.
Script?
Ted, do you have the script?
I don't have the script for this one.
Who's got the script here? Because
this is great. Absolutely
couldn't have been
great
any
ball.
better. Just when we thought that the Blaze were an out away. In fact, they were a pitch away.
1 pitch away.
1 pitch away. 1 strike away. from ending it, from taking provincial crown.
Yeah, we're back to a new game. What did I say about going 14 innings here, just like the boys back in Trail?
Oh boy, if the game's going to be like this, let's go 15. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Wow. They've got me on the edge of my seat.
Yeah, ground ball through the shortstop and then a deep fly ball to center right. And game is tied.
It's exactly what you want from your hitter. Taylor Wright coming through huge for his team. 24. Emerson Dome at the plate now. Wow. It's been a seesaw battle. Both of these teams, impressive. Neither of them wanting to go down without a fight.
Nope, neither one has given up. They're just battling.
And here we were talking about how a second place finish wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, I jinxed it, didn't I?
Wow, a game of twos right now. 2-2 the score, 2-2 the count, 2 away. The Twins have tied it up, but I'm sure they'd like to get another here. With Taylor Wright in scoring position over at second base. As we were talking about, 2 outs doesn't faze this team.
No, they
love it. Seem to thrive in that kind of situation.
And this has got to give them a little bit of encouragement. I mean, they were down to, like you said, they could have been in the final pitch. And their number 9 hitter squeezes a ball through the shortstop. And then a deep fly ball gets them the momentum to score a run and tie the game up. So it's a brand new ball game after 7 innings.
So it's still early. No time to celebrate just yet.
No idea who's going to win this ball game.
No, not a clue. Boy, oh boy, we're in for a treat. We'll take a look at the replay for that last strikeout. And there it is. We'll be back just a few moments. The bottom of the 7th inning. Championship game. Just a few moments. Imagine how you would feel if you got an athletic scholarship. Let Triple Play Athletics help you achieve that dream of playing at the college university level. Make no mistake about it, you must have a plan to prepare and promote yourself as a student athlete. Bill Green has helped hundreds of male and female athletes in all sports obtain athletic and academic scholarships. His services are affordable and effective. Get the scholarship you deserve. Don't wait another minute. Call Triple Play Athletics today to arrange your scholarship workshop. Welcome back. First pitch, a strike in the bottom of the 7th.
And it's a new ball game.
So here we are bringing you the championship game. There's another strike. This is Mason Verge. Up to bat. That's it.
There's one down.
Whew. That's exactly what you want to see.
Yeah, we've answered the question about the reliever for the Twins. He's picked up where Smith was earlier, throwing strikes, getting outs.
Matteo Vincelli doing the same. Strike 1, 4 straight strikes thrown by him.
Yep.
And I'd like to mention this game Available for viewing on all your mobile devices. McComb, hopper over the pitcher's head, over to first, in time.
Great play by Cassetti.
Wow.
Coming from third base on a chopper that's just over the pitcher's head. Glove, picking it up and making the throw. No, you're right.
He's a big guy.
Yeah.
Luke Horansky, 62, Horansky.
Horansky steps up to the plate now.
With 2 out.
That one's inside. Wow. This game has been nothing short of anybody's expectations. 2-0 now for Horansky. Some expected this to be a little bit of a blowout after the Twins played 2 straight games in the hot sun. And Blaze were fresh coming in. It doesn't matter at this point. A single run could end it. 2 away. That'll be a foul. Evens up the count at 2-2. What more can this game give us?
Well, as a final game, I mean, this is what you want to see. 2 teams going at it tooth and nail, just fighting each other all the way along. Close game. Top of 7. You've got the visitors here down by a run, 2 outs and 1 pitch away.
No, thrown away. Horansky's going to go to second. So we saw the Twins tied up with 2 away.
And
the Blaze have their chance.
Yeah, the Blaze have got a runner on 2 with 2 away.
Oh boy. The intensity kicked up by another big notch. Robinson stepping up to the plate now. One of the premier hitters in this league, Mitch Robinson.
And we're going to put a little bit of speed on second here to see if we can drive a run in.
So the big Horansky will go to the dugout. Dayton Wilson will take his place over on second base. So the game-winning run.
And they're going to walk Horansky.
Robinson.
Robinson.
I'm not one to talk. I do it way too often.
Well, it's a good call.
Robinson. Gonna get walked here. See, now, I've had this discussion a few times now.
Yeah.
Personally, I would rather have them at least make it look like they're going to pitch to him. And you could throw us 4 straight balls.
Yeah.
But at least make it look like. You never know. You might get him swinging.
Well, that's why you don't. That's why you throw inside the box, because you want to make sure that he doesn't crank one when you're trying to walk him.
Fair enough. So now runners on first and second. Curry, who hit a walk-off home run.
I'm not sure Curry's less of a threat than Mitch.
Not by much.
No, I mean, he hit your walk-off home run yesterday. He can hit the ball.
He proved it.
Twins are looking at a little defensive play here. What are we going to do if Brooks is out there, making sure everybody knows what they're going to do?
What a ball game, folks. Championship game. Premier Baseball Association. This is what it all comes down to. Dakota Curry, last night, he walked off.
Walk-off home run, something that not a lot of ball players have in their careers, but it sure gives you a nice feeling when that happens.
Curry, it was the bottom of 8, I believe, yesterday.
It was.
Last night when he walked off on that one against the Victoria Mariners, sending them home. Looking to win provincial crown for his team here. Let's look at a strike.
1-1.
So called strike and a ball. 1-1. 2 away. Tie ball game. That one finds a bit of dirt. Good job by the catcher, Favreau. Favreau with Vincelli on the mound. There's a big hit. High. Fly ball caught.
And
We're going to
that's
extras.
8-7. We're going to extras.
So we'll be back in just a few moments, ladies and gentlemen, with the top of the 8th inning. A championship game living up to the hype. That's what we like to see. We'll be back in just a few moments bringing you the top of the 8th inning between the Langley Blaze and the North Shore Twins. Winner of the game gets provincial crown. See you in a few.
Smack my bitch up.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, I feel sorry for you. You might
No,
want
you're
to.
seeing some great ball here. This game, this game could go on for a while. Both these teams don't want to lose, so
Quite frankly, if this is the level we're going to see, I don't mind. 2 called strikes for Griff Goyer. And here's a high fly caught in foul territory for their first out.
Hitting for the Twins, third baseman.
Anthony Casati,
he can hit the ball, but
cleanup hitter.
there hasn't been many hits in this game by either team, so
Pitchers have been strong.
it's a pitching duel. And just looking at the score again from the boys in trail, they're in the top of 15. Not going to want to let anybody go home tonight.
So they've played 2 full games now.
And the Langley Blaze senior team, this would be 2 7-inning games and a 15-inning game. So
Oh
that's
boy.
a lot of ball.
So they've played 4 already.
And we could be here for a while, too.
You're getting some looks here, Ted. You're not making many friends. Well, maybe you've jinxed it.
I could.
So there
I
you go.
could've. I
Positive
could've.
outlook on that.
Yeah.
As Casati. Strike 2 for him. Pitcher Ryan Braun has been good.
Yep.
He's done a good job in relief of starting pitcher Jonathan Kelty. Kelty and Smith both did a phenomenal job.
Both starting pitchers did a great job. Went deep in the game.
Kept it close. 1-1 tie, I believe, when
Yeah.
Kelty was replaced.
And the relievers have done a great job as well. I mean, they're just not giving up hits at all.
That's what you want to see in a championship game. Competition's fierce. Casati. That one finds a bit of dirt. Evens the count up at 2-2. So Casati, 2 for 3
And
today,
he
but he
strikes
strikes out. That'll be 2 for 4. Casati having a nice polite conversation with the umpire.
Yeah.
30, Nicholas Favreau, 30, Favreau.
Yeah, he thought that one was a bit on the outside, and I don't think it was. It was pretty close. So
No harm in that. He's allowed asking for an explanation. Favreau, the catcher for the Twins. 2 outs now for the Twins, but no problem. Didn't bother him last time. This Twins team, every time they've had their backs against the wall, they've responded well.
they have. Yeah, they scored a lot of runs with 2 out. Scored a tying run here with 2 out.
Ooh, that one finds the backstop. Wild pitch. Isn't much more entertainment we can expect out of this game. Still going though, so we don't know.
And it could go for a while. 3-1 on the catcher, Favreau.
Favreau in a favorable position against pitcher Ryan Braun. Braun's got 2 away here. Walks him. So Favreau walked the DH, Mitch Grisbrook.
And maybe the North Shore Twins and Coach Hart can do some magic again with a 2-out situation, runner on 1.
They did it before.
They did it before.
It's certainly not out of reach for this ball club that refuses to quit. There's a hit. Looks like it'll be caught. That'll do it.
And we go to the bottom.
So the Blaze doing what they wanted to do.
Yep.
Quick work, 3 quick outs. And they'll have their turn at bat now. Can they do a repeat from what happened here last evening?
Well, they hit a walk-off home run in the bottom of 8. So let's see if they can do that again.
We'll be back in just a moment.
Hi, my name is Daryl. I grew up in a town famous for its hockey players. I wasn't one of them. My first job was as a bag boy. 37 years later, I'm the president of Save On Foods. But I never lost sight of one thing. Great people are the key to great service. And great service adds value to everything we do. Save On Foods. Talk about service.
Welcome back to what's been an excellent ball game.
Battle of Titans here, going toe-to-toe.
Aiden Marco.
Bottom of 8 and still tied up at 2-2. And 2 strikes on the hitter for the Blaze.
Aiden Marco. 1-2 the count for him. Bottom of the 8th inning.
Oh, excellent pitch there. Came across, caught the corner.
Matteo Vincelli.
Batter didn't even argue with that. It was a great pitch, great call.
Vincelli's been good.
He's been good. He's done a great job coming in here.
We've got Metcalf. Leo Metcalf warming up in the bullpen for the Twins. I'm sure it's just an insurance policy. Tony Farrand up to bat. This might be Farrand's first look at the plate.
2-2.
Vincelli looking strong. Continuing an impressive display of pitching as we've seen so far.
And
Swing and a miss. Boom.
Boy, there sure hasn't been a lot of hitting in this game.
2 outs.
Just been a pitching duel.
Feels like we just put the headsets on.
Connor Torpeda, 16, Torpeda.
Connor Torpeda steps up to the plate now. The Blaze need to get a runner on base. Bottom 8. They need something if they want to end it this inning. There's a high foul ball into the parking lot. We've seen it all so far today. Everything except a victory. Bottom of the 8th inning. Game still going. A great one for the fans in attendance here at Wally Ballpark as that one finds the backstop. 2-1 the count now for Torpeda. Vincelli. Couple of strikeouts so far. That's called ball. A little high. 3-1 count now in favor of Torpeda. Connor Torpeda gets walked. So the Blaze get a guy on base.
Well, 2 out again. So we'll see if they can do something with it.
The Twins showed us that it's possible. They didn't back down. There's a high pop up. Caught.
No.
Oh! Bouncing out of the glove of Wiersma. And was also a little quick to speak.
Yeah. Well, I thought he had it. He had a good line on it. He was camped underneath it, but
tough play. We'll take a look at the replay. And there it is, coming down. Just bounced out of the glove and hit him.
yeah, that's he was well camped under it. I'm surprised he didn't hang on to that one.
That one would have taken him into the 9th inning. We'll see if that
Here we
ends
go.
up costing him. Throw to first. Got it.
And we're into the 9th.
Game continues.
Game continues.
Any updates from the game over in Trail?
Trail is still going on in their 15th inning, still tied up 4-4.
So 4-4 in the 15th for the senior men's game in Trail, BC. See what comes of this one. Going to the top of 9.
Fraser Surrey Docks is the largest modern multi-purpose marine terminal on the West Coast. Located on the Fraser River, the company has been serving the needs of container, break bulk, project cargo, forest products, and bulk customers from around the world for more than 50 years. A proud sponsor of community events and sports, Fraser Surrey Docks is committed to operating safely, efficiently, and responsibly. To find out more or to look for career opportunities at Fraser Surrey Docks, visit www.fsd.bc.ca.
Welcome back, and thanks for joining us as that pitch finds the backstop. There's a pop. It'll fall in foul territory. So Ryan Braun at the mound for the Langley Blaze. Top of the 9th inning here. He's a swing and a hit into the gap. The leadoff hitter's going to look for 2 here. Jeff Erisman's going to be tight. Makes it. Erisman getting his team pumped up. Very solid hit to lead off. Puts himself in scoring position. The intensity picks up even more. There it is. And he's safe by a mile, as you see there. Gets up, tells his teammates he's safe. Get a little bit of energy going in them. It appears that we'll have a pitching change. .45 for the Langley Blaze. Cooper nope. 15, back catcher Hayden Jaco. 45. Cooper Misick. I believe I'm pronouncing that wrong. Cooper Misick hasn't pitched in a month. If any family friends listening out there for Cooper, please tweet me and tell me how to pronounce that name correctly, as I'll continue to call it Misick. Cooper. Got one more to warm up here as we show you some highlights from earlier today. There's Cooper.
Attention please, defensive change for the Langley Blaze, now pitching 45, Cooper Misick. 45, Misick replacing 36, Ryan Braun on the hill for the Blaze.
In the house, they're going to call it Misick. I'll go with Misick. Cooper Misick. Up here on the mound now. Hasn't pitched in over a month. We'll see if he shows any signs of rust. He's got some height on him. He's also got a runner in scoring position. And that was the leadoff hitter, Jeff Erisman.
Yeah.
Knocking a double.
Well, that was a great hit by the Twins to get themselves a man on 2 there. Mystic might have pitched down south in the exhibition league they play in down there, so
might not be as rusty as we think.
He didn't pitch in league, but the Langley Blaze play down in the Seattle Premier League, which is a high school league that fires up after their high school ball in May. They have about 8 teams, I believe it is. Pretty competitive ball.
And there's one over. Out at first. So they get the first out of the 9th. Do the Blaze.
27, this one often.
See it here on the replay. This one often. A huge part of his team being here right now.
Well, if it wasn't for his grounder up the middle by the shortstop, they wouldn't have scored that tying run. So.
And he was the tying run.
And he
scored.
was the tying run.
Great work by him.
You got to feel pretty good about that.
Number 9 in the rotation, but that doesn't matter. Here's Surya. Nothing coming there.
Good block by the catcher. Otherwise, you've got a runner on 3. So
it's been an excellent display of pitching so far. We'll see if it continues with Cooper Missick.
Ball 2.
Ball 2 for Missick. Missick being put in a tough position here. Top of the 9th inning. And there's a ball launched into the fence for a foul.
Mentioning the Seattle Premier League, that's a league that U.S. baseball is a little different than ours. They have high school baseball on there, so the high school baseball teams play until the middle of May. But what happens in Seattle and a lot of U.S. cities is after high school ball is done, they'll form just a league team that they'll then play against each other to develop their players in the summertime. Seattle team, the league is called the Seattle Premier League. Really good competitive ball. Langley's been down there for 2 years now. They actually became a full member this year to play down there.
And safe at third. Third baseman not happy about it. Mitch Robinson.
And we're going to have a discussion about that.
That was a close call. You can bet coach is coming out there to settle down Mitch. Emotions running high in this situation here. 1 out, 2-2 tie. Top of the 9th. Third base umpire, Sean Weatherly. So it's a good call by the umpire.
Looking at the replay, it's hard to tell on replays, but it sure looks like the swipe tag missed.
I mean, if it was tough for us to make the call in a slow-mo replay.
Yeah.
You give them the benefit of the doubt. Surya.
Okay, for the fans that are at all interested about the senior men's, they finally wrapped the game up in the 15th inning. Kamloops Sun Devils scored a run to win the provincial championship 5-4 over the Langley Senior Blaze.
Wow. So that one going more than 2 games. Wow. This one has that kind of potential. But they've now got runners on third and first. Visvanten over at first. Arisman, leadoff hitter for the Twins on third. Top of the rotation now, Taylor Wright with a huge hit. Last time he was up to bat, he brought home the tying run. So Taylor Wright, it's a strike for his first pitch. There's a similar looking hit from Wright, but it's not caught. The run will score. And that's out. As it looked like Viswanathan had to tag up, so he got caught. Not a problem. He'll take that sacrifice. Jeff Arisman, leadoff hitter. As we talked so many times about how important that leadoff hitter is.
Sure is.
You You see it here. Leadoff hitter comes home. See the replay there, the error made in the outfield. Very tough play with the sun where it is right now. So the Twins take a lead. 2 away. Can't emphasize enough just the level of baseball we've seen here today. Been in for a treat. The crowd's still packed. Everybody on the edge of their seats, awaiting the outcome of this game. Missick will throw over to Curry at first, just to keep a check on Wright. Wright taking a lead. Swing and a miss from Emerson Dome.
Well, this is shaping up to be a tough bottom of the ninth here. Can the Blaze come back? They've done it before.
Can the Twins add to their lead? Taylor Wright going to second. Safe. So Wright's in scoring position now.
He is.
2 away. Hasn't been a problem for the Twins before.
They were ahead here. Sorry,
So we're just up here recalling the day that has been for the Twins, and nope. Both players are safe. Runner on third and first again. Boy, oh boy. So the conversation we were having up here.
Yep. The conversation we were having about is the Twins coming from behind several times in this tournament. Against the Wally Chiefs, they were down 5-1, came back to win that. They were leading here for most of the game, 1-0. Langley went ahead. They came back to tie it, and they're ahead again. So these two teams are just battling. They're not going to give up until the game is over, until someone scores that winning run.
A great day to be a baseball fan.
If you like baseball, it doesn't get better than this.
Goyer at the plate. Two old account for Goyer at the plate. Swing and a miss for Goyer.
Well, we'll see how this ends up here. 2-1. Goyer gets himself a base hit here. That's going to make the score 4-2. But you can darn well be sure that the Twins are going to try as hard as they can not to let the Blaze get back here. Now they've gone up 1.
Goyer, number 3 in the batting rotation. Takes a look at a strike. Looked like he was getting ready to walk.
It looks like he was getting to walk.
So pitcher, take a second here.
Oh, catcher's trying to line up his infield. He had the first baseman holding the runner on 1. Probably better not to, which is what he did, is sent them back.
Especially with a player like Goyer at the plate. There's a high pop fly into center field. Caught.
Okay.
So just a 1-run lead.
Middle of 9. Can the Blaze do it again? Can they come back?
That, my friend, is the million-dollar question, as we'll be back in a few moments here, bringing you the bottom of the 9th.
Gandy and Lennox, quality names you've trusted for 50 years. We can handle all your heating and cooling needs in the valley. Beat the summer heat. Call us today for cooling estimate, 534-5555.
Here we go. Bottom half of the 9th inning. Twins up by a run. Chance here to take provincial crown. 3 outs away. 3 outs away, easier said than done. This Langley Blaze team has been impressive. Mason Verge up at the plate. Verge takes a look at a ball. 1-2 the count now for Verge. And there's a hit from Verge up the gap. He gets himself a base hit. Matteo Vincelli. Vincelli's on the mound now for the Twins. And gives up a base hit to Mason Verge. Stepping up to the plate is Kyle McComb.
And the Blaze have got a runner on, and they're trying to get him down to 2, and they'll do that.
No, called safe.
Yep, yeah, he'll be down 2. So, Jamie's being aggressive here. He wants to get that tying run, and he's got a good shot at it with none out and a runner on 2.
I think he's got to be aggressive.
He's got it.
Not many options.
He doesn't want to give this game up now.
Ooh, McComb looking to bunt. Finds himself down 0-2. McComb. Takes a look at another ball. Runner in scoring position.
And he's definitely looking at bunt last time up. Let's see if he does it. Nope.
You can feel the tension in the building.
Well, he's going to bunt.
I guess it's the park.
And he
not the
does.
building. Successful bunt at that. Safe at first. His partner Verge, safe at third. Wow. It ain't over yet.
Tying run on 3, winning run on 1 with nobody out.
Oh boy, oh boy.
And we're going to have a pitching change.
And John Haar's coming out. I would expect Vincelli here to give up the ball, but it doesn't look like it.
Yeah, no, they're just having a chat.
Wow.
Nothing like a nice back and forth game. No tension, no stress here at all.
Just a good old game of baseball.
Yeah. You get one, I'll get one. We'll just keep on going.
Might be a bit of tension for some of the parents sitting in the crowd.
I bet there's a little bit of nail chewing going on.
Which can be healthy. Helps improve the heart rate.
Yeah.
So
we know what we're going to do now. The team's talked over the what do we do if.
Wilson, 27.
27 coming up to the plate. That's Dayton Wilson.
Runners in 1 and 3.
There's a bump from Wilson. It's so a sack bunt. Probably not a bad idea.
Well, it takes the double play out now. It moves the runner over to 2. gives them 2 runners that can come in. They need the 2 runs if they're going to win this thing. And by having the open first base, it takes away a double play.
So with a tear in his pants, Mitchell Robinson.
And they're going to walk him, and they're going to load the bases up here.
Interesting. Interesting decisions. We'll see if it comes back to bite him. When it doesn't matter, I guess, at this point.
No, it doesn't.
All that matters is that the guy at third doesn't come home.
Yeah, they got to get a double play ball here to get out of it.
Guy at third, guy at second are the only 2 that matter. That'll be ball 4.
Now, if they haven't made any changes, is this Curry coming up?
You're absolutely correct.
So, this guy ended it yesterday, and you look at him, he's saying, boy, I wish I could end it again today.
You read my mind. He absolutely did end it last night. He'll look to do the same here. Opportunity for a walk-off grand slam. The most exciting play in baseball. He'll try to make it happen.
I think he'd settle for a deep ball that'll score 2, but a grand slam would certainly make his year for him.
I think I'm a bit of a dreamer.
2 walk-off home runs, geez, that's in back-to-back games.
That'll help your scouting profile.
Yeah.
Dakota Curry came up clutch last night. Ooh. Good stop by the catcher. Favreau did a good job blocking that one. There's a hit from Curry. That's going to be fair. Fair. That should be the ball game, folks. 1 run scores, 2 score. The Blaze clear the bench. Here's the celebration. My, oh my. As the Blaze celebrate, I want to take this opportunity to huge thank you to Ted Hortzak. Thank you so much for joining us up in the booth, making my life heck of a lot easier.
You're welcome. And Dakota Curry, what can you say? He's going to have a really great memory here.
Absolutely.
A walk-off home run or walk-off double.
So I'm sure you're busy, Ted. We'll let you get going.
Thank you.
Ted Hortzak, I'm sure we'll be seeing him shortly down on the field. Wow. See the replay. Ball falls fair. What do you do if you're the Twins? Heartbreak. One half of the crowd stunned. The other can't stop cheering. Wow. Dakota Curry. My goodness. Can you say clutch? Last night, he ended the Victoria Mariners season, handing them 5th place and sending them home. And here he is today. Wow. Absolutely wow. I'm at a loss for words. Langley Blaze, 2014 BC PBL champions. You see it on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. That'll do it. Incredible ball game. We're really in for a treat on this one. Baseball doesn't get much better than this. These young athletes out here today, giving it all they've got, competing with every last ounce of what they had in the tank. Give credit to the Twins. 3 huge games today. They played, to start the day off, they played the Wally Chiefs, coming back from a 5-1 deficit to beat the Chiefs. They then played the Cannons, coming back against the Cannons. Vancouver Cannons defeating them, getting the W, and here in the bottom of the 9th inning, it all came apart. No shame for the Twins on this one as we see Ted Hortzak and his partner in crime, Clyde. Big men for this league. Done a fantastic job. Done a fantastic job, both men, building this league and growing it. A fantastic job by the Wally Ballpark and the crew here putting this event together. The volunteers, the concession, everybody doing a phenomenal job, making this a great weekend of baseball. Opposite ends of the emotional spectrum as we take a look at the Langley Blaze, your 2014 BC PBL champions. Give credit to both these teams for playing hard, playing fair, and making it one hell of a game. And deservingly so, Dakota Curry will get the Player of the Game honors. Wow, what a performance from Curry. It's last night, walk-off home run. Tonight, walk-off double. Leadoff hitter Taylor Wright will get the Player of the Game MVP honors on behalf of the Twins. Wow. Absolutely fantastic. Taylor Wright, as we remember, coming up with that huge hit that brought Viswanathan over across home plate to take this game all the way to 9 innings. Wow. So here we have the medal presentation coming up for the Twins. The Twins, some long faces that they shouldn't have. They should hold their heads up and with pride. And they'll get a standing ovation here from the crowd. As the in-house announcer says here, amazing display of baseball, a phenomenal job. Couldn't ask for anything more from the North Shore Twins. They should hang their heads high. What a display of sportsmanship. What a display of competition. Baseball fans all across the world will be watching this archive. It will be up on the VBN Sports website for 90 days. And DVDs available for sale down at the trailer at the park entrance. Photographers, cameras will all come out as members of the league, Ted and Clyde, will hand out the medals to the Twins who finished in second place. 2014 championship game, living up to the hype. The Twins played 3 straight games today. You can bet they're tired, you can bet they're sore. Probably a little bruised as well. And it's been an amazing display of baseball here, ladies and gentlemen, this weekend. And we have a big round of applause for the North Shore Twins here. Fantastic day for baseball. The weather, couldn't ask for anything more from the weatherman. And the Langley Blaze now about to receive their gold medal honors. They finished number 1 in the regular season here for the BC PBL, and they followed that up with a gold medal win here for the PBL championships. Wow. And a lot of these players will be going on to play in the Canada Games. In the Canada Cup. So a lot of these players, world-class athletes, will be leaving shortly here. As a baseball fan, you can't ask for much more. These two teams laid it all on the line here today. They did everything they could do in their power to keep this game going. Took it to the bottom of 9 innings. Seesaw battle. Going up 1-0 to begin the game were the Twins. Tying it up were the Blaze. Then the Blaze took a lead. Then the Twins tied it up. Back and forth we went, all the way to the 9th inning, where the Blaze had their backs against the wall. Twins took a 1-run lead in the top of 9, put the pressure on. Dakota Curry stepped up to the plate and delivered, much like he did last night.
Congratulations, Langley Blaze.
So a big congratulations on behalf of VBN Sports to the Langley Blaze Ball Club. Done an amazing job here.
Have a safe journey home, everyone.
What a fantastic day of baseball. What a fantastic weekend. Big thanks to the BC PBL League for giving us the opportunity here on behalf of VBN Sports to cover this fantastic display of baseball. And that'll do it. That'll be the final wrap-up, as we'll await the championship trophy being awarded. There'll be a team photo as they're awarded the trophy.
Thank you, everybody, for coming out, enjoying the baseball this weekend.
As the fans start to clear out here.
Guys were great this weekend.
An amazing display of baseball, as I've said before, doesn't get too much better.
Feel better in the morning after you had a good
So
night's
the
sleep,
Blaze
hot shower.
now accepting their trophy, holding it high. This is an amazing opportunity for these players to hold up the banner of BC PBL Provincial Champions of 2014, the Langley Blaze. What a game. What a tournament. And that'll do it. On behalf of VBN Sports, we'd like to thank you, ladies and gentlemen, to tuning in this weekend and enjoying what's been a phenomenal weekend for baseball. We wish the best to these athletes as they move forward in their careers. So until next time, I'm Harman Ojala, and we'll see you next time on VBN Sports.
When I'm falling down, will you pick me up again? When I'm too